back. It is Sunday, May the 24th, 2026. And if you thought I was a nasally sounding broadcaster before, well, I'm even more nasally now. So still getting rid of this chest cold. It's still there. So if I forget to press the cough button when I cough, well, you've been warned. So Prophet of Fiction, welcome to the show. How you been?
Yeah, quite good. Thank you.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good stuff. How are things in Mexico?
Our rainy season has started, which is nice. So it's cooled off. Usually,
Yeah.
April can be blistering here, and yeah, it's nice. Birds are back. Things are green.
Well, I'm happy to say we've completely lost our audience since I was away. We got one person on the YouTube, and that's hilarious. Well, this is the danger of going away. And there are most podcasts, the one I listen to the most, the No Agenda Show, they never go away because they're afraid to lose their audience because they're making big money. Luckily, I don't make much money, if anything, off the show. So it doesn't cost me a lot.
Right.
I don't show up. But it is kind of funny that the audience is just so trained night after night to come back, which is great. But man, if you don't show up,
yeah, I
good
think
night,
about
Charlie.
that. What do the big shows do? So I mean, people get sick. So when the
Well,
star?
that's true.
Yeah.
Sometimes they run repeats. Sometimes they have guest hosts.
Yes.
Jenna and Brian were saying, let the Prophet of Fiction guest host. I would have no problem with you doing it, except I have to run the show. I'm the showrunner as well. I control the levers. So if I'm not here, then I can't control the levers. I know. And when I wasn't feeling great, I just didn't feel like doing anything.
Right.
I mean, the main thing I couldn't do is really talk. And I don't know how long I'm going to last tonight, but I didn't feel like sitting here listening to somebody else while I pressed all the buttons.
Yeah, true enough. Yeah, it's not like you're earning anything through this. Yeah, I can see that.
Well, no.
Yeah.
We do have our donors, and we appreciate the value for value, but
yeah,
this I couldn't make a living off this. I just do this for fun because I like doing it and I like talking to people like you. But other than that, people understand that, though.
Yeah. Well, if you ever feel like just pushing buttons, I could entertain for an hour.
Well, we'll think about it. But again, that means I have to sit here and do all the things. But I could do that, I guess. But I could do that. But then I would be here, and then I'd feel like talking as well. You see, that's the problem. I might say, "Oh yeah, what do you mean? What do you mean, Peter?" Is there anything you wanted to talk about tonight?
Yeah, I made a careful plan because I've been very busy producing stuff almost every other day, a 1 hour lecture.
Oh, wow. You're still at it. Good for you.
Yeah. And I promised to do something on indigenous issues.
Okay.
And I've got something on child trafficking. This is all from my lectures on YouTube. And something on China and something on the Wizard of Oz.
Sounds good to me. Unfortunately, I don't think, are we streaming on your channel tonight? Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
I'm on the ball today.
You are on the ball. See, once you set it up once, I don't think you ever have to go back to it again. I think once it's set, it's set. What do you think?
I just changed the title and
yeah,
that's it. Yeah.
Okay, so we're on the Prophet of Fiction YouTube channel streaming now. So that's good. Here it is right here. Prophet of Fiction.
Oh, I forgot to give you the title, I guess.
What's the title?
Another Fakeology Banquet, number 2.
Another Fakeology Banquet, number 2. Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. I did it.
Super.
Okay, I'll let you talk because I still am not up to snuff, so I'd rather not say too much.
Yeah. We're going to start with
You're still detoxing, as you put it.
yes. I don't believe in the bacteria being guilty, viruses being guilty.
Well, my dad had the same thing, so he said I gave it to him, but I said, well, I don't believe
Uh-huh.
in contagion, so
Right, and there is a nice alternative theory I have.
go for it.
What's the word? Produced, let's say. Women when they're living together, their periods synchronize because
I've heard that.
hormones are flying around, invisible.
Yeah.
And why wouldn't that be the same for sick people, toxic people?
You're saying maybe pheromones.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. It's true. I had a friend come over a year and a half ago. He was sick, and then 2 days later, I was sick. Yeah, it does happen.
I think it's sympathetic. I think that's a psychological thing. I don't think there's anything flying through the air. I think you see the other person ill. So if your body is in any way at the point where it wants to detox, I think it gives it the idea, and I think things are set in motion by your mind. I really believe that.
It might be. It might be. Yeah.
I think our mind is super powerful. I think if you want to die, you can think yourself to death as well.
Yeah, or depress yourself to death. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I can get depressed
Sure.
in a heartbeat.
Oh, and
Yeah.
many elders wait until family come, and then they say, "Yeah, that's good enough. I'm gone."
Yeah. I get depressed when I don't see the sun. That's psychological. I know it's physical, but it's psychological as well.
Yeah.
And believe me, we don't see the sun. We had a big storm last night, and
Yeah, my students
Mhm.
tell me.
Oh, right. You have a lot of students in Toronto?
Not enough, but yeah, I have students there.
And we should tell people if you want to advertise,
Yeah, I know, but
feel free to advertise if you have if you're looking for students.
I know.
Maybe there's a
Thank
couple
you.
here.
Yeah.
What do you teach? You're a tutor.
I'm a private tutor. Yeah, I teach writing skills. I do editing, essay writing for high school students. I can do university and just about any level. I did work for the Ministry of Child and Youth Services in Toronto as a editor of sorts.
Are you competing now with AI in any way?
No, but teachers are, because I don't do enough editing work. I do one-on-one teaching, really. So
Yeah, but
And,
can you get a tutor through the bots? Do they tutor? Well, do they tutor like you do? Just a
no, it's impossible. It's impossible. The kids really enjoy my work.
So they enjoy the interaction with the human, is what you're saying. You can't be replaced at this time.
There.
Uh-oh, you're going out a bit. Uh-oh. It's not my internet, I don't think. Is it my internet? 2212. Let me look.
With me for 3 or 4 years.
You kind of went bad there. Are you still there? I have a 94 score. 2212, Peter, you there? Ah, crap. There's a website called Orb, ORB, for anyone listening. If you run the website, it'll tell you your the health of your internet connection. So anytime you think, oh, it's not my connection, it's the other end, you can just look at your Orb score. It gives you a score. And I have a 94 right now. 94. What does that mean? My responsiveness, my the lag to my router, the lag to the internet, the reliability, and the speed. I can check the speed. And if I check the speed right now, I have okay speed. Sorry, I'm coughing. So I have good speed. I have, which is actually kind of low. I have 500 megabytes up and even more, even less down. So I have 591 up and 473 down. Now Peter's gone right now. So I'm at a 95, and it's saying here, your connection reacts instantly, never falters, and races at high speed, perfect for high demand tasks. So I'm blazing fast and always on at 95. That's what it just said. So as we wait for Peter to return, every time you hear my mic go silent, it's because I'm coughing. So I was pretty sick for the last week. Just a chesty cough. And so I couldn't really breathe too well. And then my sinuses would plug up. And when they started running, they just start running down the back of your throat into your lungs. And then you have to cough that up. So this has been going on for me since a week ago last Friday. And I say today I'm operating at 75% capacity. And I was hoping by not talking, I could increase the chances of my health improving. Are you back?
I think so.
Yeah, get closer to the mic if you could.
Yeah. All right.
What I was telling the audience, there's a program you can install called ORB. ORB.
Yeah.
And it's just a website that can give your score, your internet score. And whenever some connection goes awry, I wonder, is it me or the other person?
Right. I'll use that.
And I was at 95 out of 100, so it wasn't me.
Yeah.
That's how I knew it was you and not me. It's called orb.net. orb.net. Right here it is. So it'll show your score.
Yeah, I see it there.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I have a 95 because I paid for fiber optics here. So
almost every time I'm with you.
yeah. Well, you can try.
Where did I get cut off?
Yeah. You didn't get very far out of the gate. You were just showing your screen, and that was it.
Oh gosh, I just kept on talking.
Thank you, Ages of Age Stales. Good to hear you. Thank you, John. Yeah, well, if you ever wonder where I am, you can just look at the calendar, fakeologist.com/live. And I do try and update it. And as you see here, there were no shows. I forgot to delete the Fake News Skill show in here. But we didn't do a show anyway, so I didn't delete it. So if you see a blank spot, that means there's no show.
Uh-huh.
So I should delete that, shouldn't I?
Well.
Okay, go ahead, talk.
Yeah, I should. I think I missed or I lost whatever I was saying about cannibalism. My students, how they stick around. Sorry, I got the ideas all jumbled there. But yeah, I have students who stay with me a long time, 3, 4, 5 years, unheard of in the business, really. And recently, a student shared with me that he had read a book last year, a Chinese book, which touched on, involved cannibalism. I said, give me the title, let me check it out. Well, it was mistranslated, so Google took me to a Chinese video game, also 2025, with cannibalism. It was like, we can't, just everywhere. It's not me. I hope it's not just me. So, but with that, let's move on to the.
Oh wait, what do you mean it wasn't just me? You couldn't get to the link?
No, I'm just saying, am I living in a fantasy world, a fabricated fantasy world where I'm being fed cannibal-related stuff through the internet and no one else is?
Well, if you're always looking at cannibalism, the algo will give it to you. So that's a real thing. That's not.
Yeah, of course. of course. Yeah, I was jesting there,
But now,
it
every
is.
time I hear cannibalism, I do think of you, and I do hear stories here and there on the subject. I can't remember what
Yeah,
the last one was, but I mean, it's a real. I don't know what's going on with it. We can go and do a Google Trends
yeah, and
cannibalism. I don't know.
of course,
It's not a very pleasant topic.
no, it isn't. And most of what's out there is fake cannibalism, just for clicks and attention bait. But
But do you get
yeah,
excuse me, do you get any news alerts on cannibalism?
no, just from a friend in Vancouver who recently sent me an article about Ukrainian soldiers complaining that Russian soldiers were eating them. I said, nah, no, it's fake.
Well, yeah, I agree it's fake for sure, but it would be interesting if you set up a Google alert, because Jim Rizzoli, he's a Holocaust fanatic, of course. That's all he talks about. And he
Yeah,
gets Google alerts. That's why he talks about that subject on a daily basis, because Google
right.
will
Yeah.
feed you the stories of the day. Now, the latest
But,
one on cannibalism is from February 4th on Google News. So, excuse me.
right.
Sorry, it's from 12 hours ago. Ellen DeGeneres blinded by cannibalism linked disease.
Yeah, she has been in the news with that, in connection with that subject. But if I get the Google alerts, I'm just going to get a lot of these fake stories, and I'm busy exhuming the real story with a lot of effort, and I don't need to be Google fed the fake stuff.
No, I get you.
Yeah.
I just thought I'd point it out if you wanted to.
Yeah, it's a possibility. If I want to do, one show just on fake cannibalism
Fake
news.
cannibalism. Yeah.
Yeah,
But you think it's going on for real?
I do, and primarily because I know the desire for long life, longevity is very strong for people, and if adrenochrome is one way to get it,
Mhm.
there are people who surely will do it.
Okay.
I think, yeah, and I think it's part of a culture of what's the word? Exerting or expressing your superiority over everyone else, treating everyone else as meat. There's just too much evidence in the literature, the movies, that some group, our culture creators, are obsessed with this topic.
Yeah.
And it's not because they just made it up out of thin air to keep our attention. No, imagination is always based in part on reality.
Well, you got a
So,
corner on the market for what it's worth. So if anyone wants cannibalism talk, they're only going to get it through you.
the best stuff on cannibalism, absolutely.
Yeah, if you want straight cannibalism talk, no one else is going to give it to you.
Yeah.
So come here for your cannibalism talk, and Peter's not screwing around.
That's true, but I'm not a one-issue guy, so.
No, that's good.
Yeah, so we should move on to this, the indigenous topic, which.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going in directions I didn't dream of, and no one else has gone in here either. I think indigenous culture is completely fabricated by the same people who are fabricating our culture. It has no genuine indigenous roots. Zero. And well, let's start with some fairly current news. This is about a boy who was allegedly shot 6 years ago. This article is from 2025. The FBI is accelerating or enhancing its efforts to track down crimes within Native communities. So I read through this. the mother's standing there. Vanjie Randall Shorty.
Whenever I
Vanjie.
see a framed picture of a child, it's automatically fake for me.
Yeah, this doesn't, it's not very. Yeah, I agree. It smells of staging.
Who walks around with an 8x10 of their child? Oh, it's just not natural. Come on.
Yeah, this is 18 by 12, more maybe even.
11 by 14. Yeah, it goes 5x7, 8x10, 11 by 14, 16 by 20. I know. I used to be in the photography business.
And the top of his head is cut off by the frame. Okay.
Yeah, right. By the way, if it's ever a Canadian child, it's always in the same. It's always in the same place at Niagara Falls.
Okay.
There's a photo spot at Niagara Falls. I was just there this weekend. There's a spot where they always do a superimposition of a fake person in front of the falls to make it seem real.
Right. Yeah, we don't even know if this is maybe CGI, but look, I see another joke here. The top of his head is cut off, and his last name is Shorty.
Shorty, yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. And I'm doing a special tomorrow on breeding short people.
Oh, nice. Make sure you use the Randy Newman song.
The which song?
Randy Newman, Short People. You know that song.
No, I don't.
What?
That sounds funny.
Oh man, that was a big song in the 70s. You're a 70s guy.
I was mostly in Europe at that time.
You never heard this? Just let me play the first bar or first line. It's got a long intro, I think.
Short people got no reason. Short people got no reason. Short people got no reason to live. They got little hands, little eyes. They walk around telling great big lies. They got.
Okay, there you go. Short people. You never heard that?
No, but that sounds good. They've got no reason to live. That fits my lecture for tomorrow.
There you go.
Look, the names of the murderers, alleged murderers. We have Austin B. Gay, and James Fag.
Oh, come on. And look how they spell James. They make it such a strange spelling. No one spells James like that.
As if they want to remind us of the gay in the previous name.
Oh, yeah. Be gay and fag. Be a gay fag. Yeah. These guys are they got really juvenile humor.
Yeah, they do.
A lot of biblical names, eh? Zechariah, Joshua.
Yeah, I can get into that. So Joshua is basically synonymous with Jesus. Jesus never married, had a lot of male friends. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So the homosexual theme continues. But
yeah,
Zechariah is special because he is the one Jewish prophet who had the closest relationship with angels. And this Zechariah's mother is Vanjie. Angie is short for angel.
Yeah.
Or the diminutive.
Vanjie. Yeah. Again, not who's named Vanjie? Nobody, except in these fake stories. So I'm really glad you bring these stories from a fakery point of view, because one thing I love about our show that no other show does, we don't pretend for even 5 seconds that this is a real story. We don't get upset over it. We don't get emotional. We know it is completely fake because there's no proof that it's real.
Indeed.
So I do appreciate that you, at least, and everyone should do this. Don't read the story like it's real.
Right.
Read it as an agenda piece.
Yeah. Well, did I share the new article?
No, I'm still looking at Vanjie.
Okay. there's another Native American story to look at.
There's a woman up here named Frances Whittleson. I get her YouTube channel feed, and she's going after the fake indigenous burial grounds underneath the Catholic residential schools here. I don't
Very
know if
good,
she's
yeah.
on our side or on the bad side, but at least
Mhm.
she's running opposition to it, at least.
Yeah, I think I saw her work. Yeah.
What do you think? Seem legit? Because she does get a lot of flack. She does get
Well, I don't.
yelled
Yeah.
off the campuses.
I don't know. Yeah, it's a good question. I didn't think she might be another fake.
We have to
running.
always understand controlled opposition.
Yeah. Yeah, probably leading an investigation or an attempt to investigate that will go nowhere. Just like so many. Who was it? The guy who was investigating or taking to court the Canadian government, I think, because we gave away our central bank privilege thanks to Pierre Trudeau. And
Okay.
yeah, that was a big investigation, and I haven't heard any, but it intentionally went nowhere, I'm sure.
Most of the anti-COVID challenges were so poorly written. They didn't have a chance to even get out of the gate. And that was by design. There's only one person, CanuckLaw.ca, that was exposing these fake opposition court challenges that went nowhere. They were literally thrown out the minute they were presented as just pathetic.
Right.
So what do we got here?
The second article, I think, was in Canada. This young woman, yes, it's supposed to be a young woman who transitioned into being a man, was driving a stolen car with teens after they stole liquor in Alberta. And I couldn't find a second video anymore, but that showed the stolen SUV on a median in the distance with two police cars. You couldn't see anything really, as usual, grainy and too far away.
Yeah. Why was the cops, what was the reason for the shooting?
That's a good question. Why do you shoot kids who have just stolen a car? And
cops only shoot if they're pointed at.
Right. And there's no suggestion that the kids had arms. But the court now apparently is thinking that stereotypes somehow motivated the police to shoot on sight. What is this? A 16-year-old kid? Sure. Yeah, I don't have more on this one, but it's highly questionable material.
Is this recent, you said?
Pardon?
Is this recent?
This is April 28th, I suppose, this year.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to switch to some slides that are amusing.
And Uthuru 9906 says, "Hey, Peter from Hamilton."
Hey. So
he's on your channel?
Right. And he's from Hamilton,
and he says, "Fresh in what you wish for. Check them out." Is that more?
Fresh?
2 films.
I just had, I hardly ever see movies. I mean, that's even an understatement. And I just recently saw The Island because I wanted to do research on pop culture. The Island is about an underground military laboratory raising humans for their body parts, organs mostly. And it's it gave me adrenaline rush. Like you get pulled into being just an animal in watching this stuff. And then
Yeah.
a horror film, second one I watched, it gave me the goosebumps again. It's the our culture is doing nothing to stimulate us intellectually. It's doing exactly the opposite.
Dragging us down into the gutter, into low forms of
hormonal reactions that make thinking impossible. Really. And people get addicted, I guess. Here's you see the painting?
Yeah. What's that? Indians?
This is Indians on Lake Superior.
Lake Kitchigumi.
1800, two tribes apparently fighting. It can't be confirmed by AI, but the painting alleges two tribes are fighting on Lake Superior. And I did research the Haida Indians. Apparently they were very, very warlike, war. And they used to wage battles on the Pacific Ocean with other tribes. And I say, give me a effing break. These people are in canoes. They have plenty of land. They don't have a navy. What's the point of fighting on the water?
Yeah.
And the water is like the Pacific what's the temperature in the winter? 2 degrees. Lake Superior is maximum 4 degrees in the summer. It's
Lake Superior is very cold, but I would say the Pacific Ocean, at least on the coast, would be warmer than Lake Superior.
In the summer, for sure, yeah. But look, you fall in just falling in the water would kill you.
Yeah.
Hypothermia.
I can tell you that for sure. I was north of Superior a long time ago, and I dipped my toe in Marathon, Ontario, and it was
I was there.
And the temperature by the lake was 4 Celsius in July. That was the air temperature. So the water temperature was pretty much the same.
Yeah, I have canoed over Lake Superior, not across, just on it.
Yeah. It's the biggest, deepest, coldest lake. And it's called Superior because it's above all the rest.
Right. Did my slide change?
Yep.
Good. This is the famous Little Bighorn battle. And notice the strange costume worn by the man in the center. He's wearing like a Russian-style beaver hat.
Yeah.
Winter wear, but the rest of him is nearly naked. Okay, guys, like that's not even useful in battle. So
you're saying all these war paintings are just someone's imagination. They're not depicting any real scenes.
Yes, imagination plus mockery.
Yeah.
Because, we're not supposed to notice that this is ridiculous. This is also ridiculous. Another painting of Little Bighorn. The federal team, whatever to call them, they were ambushed somehow. Although here it looks like they were seated, and it's the Native Americans who were moving. But anyway, who has a gunfight at such close quarters? That's not a very good ambush.
No, that's not very strategic militarily.
No, and there are some other questions to wonder about. Some of the Native Americans have guns.
Yeah.
Up there, up here. This one is carrying an axe or a tomahawk.
Yeah, tomahawk. Yeah.
Yeah. This one's got a
throw it into the back of your head. A bow and arrow.
Right. This one has a bow and arrow. More guns here, but 3 or 4, 5, 6 of these guys are carrying what look like staffs, the kind of staffs Catholic bishops and saints carry, except the end of the hook is a hook. Like, are these for fishing?
Well, if they were sheep herders, Little Bo Peep had one of them.
Yeah, but they wouldn't have hooks at the end. I know these are originally meant for shepherding, but
Yeah.
they wouldn't have pointed, barbed even hooks at the bottom. So anyway,
Yeah, on closer inspection, not much reality there.
not at all, no. A Anishinaabe family photo. 3 of them are surnamed King. But really all of them could be white Europeans. This man may be a stretch, but this one in white for sure. And what are these strange aprons they're wearing with flowers? I didn't know flowers were part of native symbolism. I thought they were into eagles and bears. You still there?
Yeah, I'm listening.
All right, we got
Just trying to not cough.
yeah.
Peter,
We got the
who
Sami.
is this guy? I'm new here. This is the prophet of fiction, Peter. I think B Trip, his name is Peter too.
Yeah, nice to have another Peter from Hamilton.
Yeah, P Trip is from Boston. He's on our audio chat, shortfake.com/Discord. Yeah, the P Trip, Peter's here every Sunday. He's got his own YouTube channel. He talks about cannibalism and fake art and fake history, fake books.
I think I know. I think I know our Hamilton listener.
I don't know him.
That would be her, Uma.
Uma, okay. Hi, Uma.
Hello, Uma.
Yeah. Uma, like Uma Thurman. Remember that one?
Yes. I do, faintly. I know the other Uma much better. Yes, this is the Sami native people of northern Scandinavia. Even the Japanese also have native people living in the north of Japan. And looking at these teepees, as they call them.
Yeah.
And is this real? Is this serious? Would you put a family in this? Does the hole on the top need to be that big if you need a fire inside?
So you're questioning teepees as a structure?
I am, yeah.
Okay.
In winter, how useful would this be? In any wind faster than 20 per hour, where would this teepee be?
Good point.
I don't think there are even pegs holding it down. So you have to wonder.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Even more makeshift teepees with I suppose Europeans standing around.
Yeah, strong wind will blow that sucker away. You're right.
Yeah, I'd say a mediocre wind could do it.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. P-Trip, his name is Paul, not Peter.
All right. Peter and Paul. I've noticed for some reason, all indigenous chiefs are cleanly shaven. In fact, all indigenous people seem to shave very religiously when they're in photographs.
Yeah. They're always clean shaven.
It's very similar to the photos we get of soldiers in action.
Yeah.
Someone on the YouTube pointed that out. Here too, like despite having very wrinkled chins, these men somehow managed to shave very well. I'm not sure if that's a real person. That's some serious damage by some disease.
So the fact that it says authentic 1800s photographs, are we we're questioning the authenticity if they're not even just caricatures.
Right.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, I did a lot of looking into the names that we use to refer to natives or
Yeah.
indigenous people, and these are all joke words. You know, if you are the original people in a country, you should be called the originals. Why call them the ab-originals?
Oh, right. Yeah. Ab means without.
Yes, there you go.
Doesn't it?
Away,
Away.
from off. Yeah.
Aberrato. That's my first nickname.
Indignation, indignus, and
I'm with you on this. I think this whole
Indigenous.
indigenous thing is a long-term plan. And I'm talking a
Indeed.
long game because I think
I-
they're going to use they already are doing it in Canada. They're going to use the Aboriginals to take your property.
Yeah, it's a long-term plan. They do plan ahead.
Yep. I think it's happening already.
Yeah, the word native is related to the word naive. The word reserve, you're being held back as and for future use. It's in reserve. Plus, your service will be required again. Reserve.
Yeah, we put Indians on reserves
to serve us in the future. Yeah. And this is the time now. Well, they've been of service for more than a while. I don't want to do too much on this. I'm going to switch to the child trafficking topic, but since I shared this slide, Manitoba, I've spoken about how many of our words are compound words made from one European word, plus a second European or non-European word. The word Manitoba, by the way, is the province with the most land surface covered with water.
Okay.
And it turns out that, well, we have the word man. It's an English word, obviously, it's a Germanic word.
Yes.
And I just checked, I had to check Itoba, and it translates from an African language, I believe, into water. What are the odds? Waterman.
So they made up the name just
Yes, just like a code that they understand and we miss. It's part of their mockery of us. Because it's fun for them, because most of us don't imagine that there's something coded in the words we have.
Manitoba.
The child
their premier's a native, an Indian now, I believe.
In Manitoba?
I think so, yeah. People love them. Even though their biggest city is now got lots of Filipinos. Might be the Filipino capital of Canada.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
You know the movie this refers to?
The Prophet of Fiction, Sound of Deception.
That's it was the poster for The Sound of Freedom.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, that thing that was
that was kind of big 2 years ago now, maybe,
in the alternative community.
Yeah, I guess so. And I did some playing with those posters, The Sound of BS.
Yeah, the whole story didn't seem really that convincing, but it really, to me, it was from the same group that probably ran the Charlie Kirk operation. Is it the same sort of right-wing alternative media group that was trying to roust up support for that kind of, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it could be the same. Well, it's secret societies, compromised.
I think it's just a psychological operation. There's one for the left, one for the right. Just to corral people.
Right. Keep everyone busy.
Well,
and
yeah.
trapped in the.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, this was definitely a right wing take on the child trafficking issue. I think both the man who allegedly ran this what was it, Railroad to Freedom, no, not FBI, he was working with the Homeland Security,
Yeah.
running around South America, Central America, rescuing children.
Yeah, I forget the name myself.
Some interesting names. But then I did also research into the actual Underground Railroad story,
Yeah.
on which the movie title, or the movie, oh no, that the operation, the Homeland Security operation was named after this historical, supposedly, Operation Railroad, Underground Railroad.
Wow, look at all the railway tracks. Fake tracks.
Yeah, right. Well, yeah. And why was it called underground? No one was underground.
Right. It was just not official, so it was under.
Yes. However, we do have old world evidence that railroads, not subways, were operating under some cities. So it could be a reference to that. Just before the Industrial Revolution, railroads already existed. But that's another tangent. But yeah, there's a lot of paths there, a lot of secret walkways in a time with no highways. The problem with this map is that none of these paths go far enough south into cotton growing area.
Okay.
And some of them, for like this one, goes right up through Lake Michigan, up through Lake Huron, and back south. Like, what? Was that a free tour they got?
By the way, you have you just moved your cursor from Lake Michigan to Lake Huron.
Yeah, you want me
On
to
the
go
map
back?
there.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of people consider this one lake. I just wanted to point that out.
Oh, okay.
Because it is connected by the Straits of St. Mary, or this
Right there.
the top.
Well, then we should call all the oceans one ocean too.
Yeah, I guess you could be technical. Yeah, but that's somebody brought that up. I just thought that was an aside because I've seen a few videos on the Great Lakes, of which we are on one of.
So the freed slaves, of course, went north because the north is the land of freedom, and Chicago was a big destination, and this young lady, I guess,
Harriet Tubman.
somehow, yeah, famous, led 13 trips.
Are you questioning her veracity?
I am. Yeah, I mean, she was supposedly led 13 trips up and down on foot. And
From where? Where did she start walking?
Yeah, it doesn't say here. But even if she didn't come from cotton growing country, that's a long walk to do 13 times.
I think the truth is, with regards to moving the blacks from the plantations, they just wanted cheap labor in the factories of the North. And
I'm going to get to that. Yeah, I'm going to get to that. Yeah.
It's all about business and labor. If you look at everything through commerce, everything makes sense.
Well, you have said that many times, and I always want to add, yes, but. Yes,
okay, but. I'll take a yes, but.
Yeah, there is another side to the ruling class. Yeah, so here's the factory image on the cover of The Jungle by Upton St. Clair, famous book. And it realistically depicts working class poverty, immigrant struggle, lack of immigrants from Europe, by the way, were highly prized because they were paying for their journey, and that was cheaper than buying slaves.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you had
Harsh
to pay for
living,
slaves. Yeah.
harsh living and dangerous working conditions. I don't really believe that slaves were ever bought. I think they were raised, underground farmed, so there was no need to buy. But in any case, why the idea that they went to freedom is so nonsensical, because you became the slave of factory owners. The huge battles between the working class and the capitalist class.
Indentured slaves
Yeah, it's a new form of
or
indenturement.
sharecroppers. I just watched a Roca News on Mississippi, and the guy's driving around Mississippi. You know how poor that state is?
I've been watching news from the States recently, documentaries. Yeah, it's
Watch Roca News. It's a good, interesting white guy that walks around all over the world. And Mississippi is so poor. It's just it's the guy said we're less than the poverty line. We wish we were at the poverty line. It's really bad. And a couple of blacks were saying they wish the whites would come back and run the cities again, but they're all gone. The whites that left Mississippi,
right.
And not that the blacks are just lamenting the good old days. I'm just pointing out what's reality.
Yeah, no, it's not only in the U.S. It's China is also overrated. People working for foreign corporations as middle management, and then living in a tiny 1-bedroom place with no table or chairs. It's like, wow, it's slavery.
I don't think all in China. I'll let you know. I'll be going there next year. I'll give you a first-hand report. I don't think it's that way everywhere.
I'm sure.
China's a huge country.
Of course, but there are, there's trouble there right now. I know that for sure.
In what way? What kind of trouble? Because again,
economic.
Economic. But once they get too wealthy, they'll just move the jobs somewhere else. And
they've been doing that. Yeah, they've been moving them farther south. Yeah, but it's a global problem now. So.
They'll just move to where labor's cheaper.
Indeed.
That's what's happening even in our country. They just move labor via the internet to wherever's cheaper. It's happening right now. At 100 miles an hour, you don't need to take anyone anywhere. You just bring them in through the wires to do your job.
Yeah, and sometimes cheaper means AI is doing it for you. And robot. Yeah, absolutely. One of the threads in my child trafficking lecture was all the missing children, and I'm sure the powers that be had Photoshop and CGI long before they gave it to us. How many of these children actually exist? Do you know anyone who has lost a child? I don't know anyone.
Well, the only thing I can tell you is children did run away from from abusive families.
Of course, yeah.
Now, I didn't know any, but the point is that if you are in a destructive family, people left. And then I guess if your family cared enough, they'd declare you missing. Yeah. But are they in harm's way? I don't know.
I'm going to skip this on Trump.
Okay. 10 minutes left, just so you know.
Yeah, I got a little bit more for us. I'm going to rush a bit.
Okay.
The entertainment market is feeding off these fake so-called true crime stories. That's just the wrong slide. Here we go. Human trafficking on YouTube. 49,000 videos.
Wow.
19,000 channels.
Wow. Like, and what is human trafficking? It's like sexual assault. What exactly are we talking about? If you pinch a bum, is that sexual assault? What is human trafficking? Are we talking about prostitution?
Yeah, I mentioned that too. There are lots of,
it's such
unfortunately,
a euphemism.
Yeah, there are women traveling around the world, leaving their countries to prostitute themselves for money out of desperation or foolishness. That does happen. Netflix. It's true crime stories, so-called true crime stories, are leading or second leading genre. You know?
Yeah, oh yeah, everyone's wrapped up with the serial killers and the there's a podcast called Serial. It's very well done. Never once when I listened to it back in the day was I ever thinking that it could be fake, but the more I think about any of these stories now, I'm convinced they're all fake.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you can see them coming in waves. The 1980s was the serial killer wave, and it somehow eased off. And was it a few months ago we had the plane crash wave.
You did? I don't remember any planes crashing lately.
No, but months ago I said, was it a year ago now?
Well, there was a
few stories. All this.
There was an Air Canada jet that allegedly ran over a fire truck in New York last week.
Okay, but I'm talking about a year ago. There was a little way, like I don't know how many, but it was strange. Suddenly, planes were crashing, and
well, that usually ramps up in August.
Okay.
For 9/11, I mean.
Right.
Bob says all serial killers were Freemasons. Okay. Can you prove that? Does it even matter? How do you know any of them are real?
Yeah.
These accusations are just feeding the whole idea that they're real.
Yeah. Okay.
One
Going
more.
to China. China. This was a video done by, maybe you know him. What's his name? The climate.
Somebody called in. Yeah. You know what, guys? I turned on the phone lines, but I forgot to turn on the phones. You want to take any phone calls? The phones are now on. I'm sorry.
Not well. You have limited time, and so
I
do
have limited time, guys. So yeah, Peter has a hold.
I got a little speech to do later.
He has a whole thing, so we're gonna have to say no to the calls. Just leave your comments in the comment. But I wasn't blocking anyone. I just forgot to turn on the phones.
This is
Leave
do you know
comments.
climate? Do you know climate? Sorry.
Leave your comments in the chat. Sorry, Peter. Go.
Do you know the gentleman who runs Climate Viewer?
Are you talking about James? Yeah, I think I was talking about him.
Jim. I thought you talked about him.
Yeah, Jim.
Yeah, he produced this some time ago about.
And Brian, stop being rude in the comments, or I'll block you. Because I haven't blocked you, but I will block you because you're annoying sometimes. Don't be rude. Yes, Jim. Whatever his name was.
Yeah, good man.
I can't remember right now. Yeah, what about him?
Well, he has covered China's geoengineering rainmaking program. It is huge. I remember being researching this, and it's they're covering an area around the Himalayas, upstream from their rivers. It's something the size of
What happened?
Okay, something the size of France. No, I just had a black screen.
Oh, I thought you got bit by a snake or something.
I was just being dramatic, and
okay. I was gonna
they're having 1 in 1,000-year floods in China suddenly or lately.
Okay.
And just this is 4 days ago, another one.
Where in China? What state?
Several, but centered in Guangdong, maybe.
Okay. So what are you attributing it to? Are you?
It's suspicious, especially when they say it's 1 in 1,000 years, and this happens after they build their dams. after they start their geoengineering projects.
Okay.
This is a short list of historic floods, and in 2010 it was 300 people, but 1975 they lost suddenly a minimum of 26,000, a high of 230. Well, there's a strange
All I'm
range
seeing
of
is
people
sound
there.
waves to increase rainfall. Are you showing another screen?
Oh no, forgot to press the, yeah, because slides just change automatically, but
Well, if you change the
tabs
slides
on
in a
screen.
tab, just share a tab. So that way when you change the tab, it'll just change on the screen. You don't want to keep resharing a screen. Do it that way.
Yeah, hold on a second.
You have to change what you're sharing.
Go into tabs. Okay.
That way when you're flipping, because I was losing track because I'm stuck on the same screen.
Right. And my screen is now frozen, so
Okay.
I will. Maybe I can open one of my files though, and I'll read my last contribution for the evening.
Okay. But what's your take on geoengineering and chemtrails? Do you have one?
I think I suspect they can manipulate weather. If they're actually poisoning us on purpose, the chemtrail fears around that.
Yeah.
I'm not so convinced yet, but for
Yeah.
certainly
What do you
weather
think
manipulation is happening.
Where?
Pardon?
Where is it happening? Is it happening where I live? Because I don't see it.
Yeah, maybe not. It's probably strategic if there are dams and rivers and if there's a lot of agriculture, so there's some benefit to be gained. Toronto area, maybe not so useful.
No. I wish they'd manipulate the sun to come out. By the way, his name is Jim Lee, by the way. Jim Lee is theclimateviewer.com. I'm going to try and get him on the show. I just obviously been sick. But we'll try and have him on. And by the way, Mark Tokarski should be on tomorrow. He was supposed to be on 2 weeks ago, but obviously I couldn't do it. I think we lost Prophet again. Oh, here he is. He's on.
Again.
There you are. Mark Tokarski. Yeah, it's Jim Lee, the climate viewer guy.
Right.
Mapping pollution.
One moment. I got my file here on the Wizard of Oz. So there is real suffering happening around. Of course, we did touch on that.
Real suffering where?
Around the world. We're just talking about China and the floods there. That's not fake news.
Okay.
How
do you know that?
Well, good question.
Well, who's suffering? The people, the fishermen? Who are we talking about here? I haven't heard anything. So,
well, people who have, I assume it's real footage. Houses destroyed, right? Write-offs.
Well, are they on
cars.
the floodplain?
So much of China is huge rivers come through that country,
and they're damming up rivers for agriculture and power. Are they not?
Yes, they're still building them, and they already have the world's biggest dam. So, enormous engineering projects are underway there. Meanwhile, people are going broke, and wages are stagnant, and you know the story.
Well, they're stagnant here.
Yeah, I know. It's the global problem.
Yeah.
All right, I got a few words on the Wizard of Oz. This is an expose. The Wizard of Oz, you know who I mean. Apparently, he's another fake working to misdirect our attention.
Okay.
I
Are you sharing a screen?
No, is that necessary? It's just typing.
No, it's fine.
And he seems to be working to misdirect our attention by encouraging us to waste more time watching movies for clues of predictive programming.
Who are we talking about?
Oh, you know the Wizard of Oz.
Me?
No, there's a certain guest who is the Oz.
Oh, Tim Osmond.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I like Tim. Yeah, you think he's a misdirection agent?
I think yes.
Okay.
And this will interest you.
Okay.
So, since I watched a couple movies recently, I can't. He is encouraging people to watch movies.
Yes.
And you've shared some clips, and this is toxic crap, and I don't see any benefit to watching them. What has he predicted? Did he predict his personal tragedies, which he has had? I think.
I don't even know what. Yeah. Okay.
Family, I believe. And who needs to be predicting the future staged events? I want the real thing. And his trading card business idea. Come on, we're adults, not adolescents on a schoolyard.
Okay.
Trading cards.
I thought that was fun.
Yeah, but okay,
no,
it's funny. It's funny, maybe.
Funny, yeah.
Yeah, and I have a lot of experience in the art world. I don't want to comment on the quality of the art on his trading card.
Okay, that's funny. Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah. Now I listened to him on your May 5th show. He made me laugh. Yeah, he made me laugh. He wants to announce before his city hall bureaucrats the awesome news that Charlie Kirk is alive and well. We can now write another gospel. Charlie rose from the dead. Charlie Kirk's fans will be delighted. Really, that's the news you want to bring to them. Can announcing a shocking fact wake bureaucrats or anyone else up? No, this is a common misconception among people who want to wake others up. A little truth will not transform mentally unfit people into mentally fit people. It's a question of mental fitness. People capable of thinking don't just arise when someone broaches something new, reveals some fact. It doesn't happen that way. That's magical thinking. You might as well talk about zero effort, instant health pills, vitamins, potions. Don't waste your time on that. During the show, you tried to pull the Wizard of Oz back into reality, the reality in which real people really suffer. Mm-hmm. When you did that, the Wizard of Oz replied, this is a direct quote, I want to feel bad for people, but I also wonder, we can complain about this, but how much are they paying for their propaganda? I guess movies. How much are they committing to the Psy war? I mean, people are complicit in this, and they're just footing the bill for it, unquote. Mm-hmm. I guess that means they pay the bill by paying their taxes. So what does the wizard want? Does he want to lead a tax revolt? Another quote, I want to be more sympathetic, but their ignorance has put them in a position to be exploited this way, unquote. Does the wizard imagine he isn't being exploited by debt-based money, by corporations? Is he somehow above or free from being exploited? But that doesn't concern him. Another quote. So I don't have much sympathy for normies. I don't like that word, normies, and their gas prices. And it affects us, sure, but that's why we do this. This is an organized philosophical movement or pushback or possibly even an intellectual revolt against a system that treats us like we are stupid. trading cards. Now,
Mm.
unquote. I wonder if the wizard is investing any time into thinking about what kind of system he wants instead of this system that treats us as idiots. Does he imagine that we can create a system that treats us like intelligent people and still have movies, elections, digital platforms, computers, cars, farms, schools, and a wonderful economy? It's integral to the world we're living in, these psyops.
Yes.
So, if you want to eliminate that, you have to start thinking about recreating the entire system. And what would
Yes.
that look like? That will be interesting to discuss. Just past the 1 hour mark.
Well, we passed that a while ago.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Just one more paragraph.
Yeah, go for it.
The wizard asserted that psyops are only allowed to affect the real world, example, gas pump prices, in order to draw people deeper into the fake war, fake violence psyop. Apparently, he has zero interest in the real struggles of ordinary people, which is not the same as his admission that he doesn't care about the real struggles of normies. His indifference to the real world kind of makes him a psyop. You know, keep watching the psyops, and yeah, you can recognize them. That's important. But there's a real world out there happening too. Economies falling apart, families falling apart. I think it deserves at least as much attention. So, yeah, that should do.
I'll have to have you and Tim on at the same time. I didn't realize you had such.
Well, he has said things that just seem over the top, unacceptable to me. And I'm not even mentioning the fact that he once referred to my work as irrelevant.
Oh, okay. Now I get it.
Well, that's where he. And I did try to make contact with him and share some things. He ignored that.
Okay. Well, as is right.
As is right, but is right also to say my work is irrelevant.
Yes, that's true. Well, everyone's a critic. Well,
yeah,
I like it. I like a diversity of opinions here, of which we have much.
mm-hmm.
I don't mind you critiquing my other regular guests. That's fine, but
yeah, they're welcome to do the same.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that shows you're interested in them, so that's good.
Yeah, I don't want to live in a silo. I feel like your guests are living in silos, and
I think most of them are. Yeah, you're right. They all are. They're stuck in their ideas. They don't seem to waver much in general. Where I'm more open, so are you, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But I agree with that.
Yeah. Well,
I think most people are stuck in their silos.
You can see my topics are quite very diverse. So
yeah.
Although I am specialist in the cannibalism.
You are. And you always will be. Your email is peter@fakeologist.com. Do you get anything through that system?
Maybe not lately. No,
well, we've been off, so unless you promote it. Yeah, and sorry we didn't take any calls tonight. I know we have one persistent caller. I'm sure you know who that is.
But I do. I've communicated my unwillingness to continue communicating, and he doesn't.
He doesn't take no for an answer. He's like a smitten girlfriend or boyfriend.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
So
well, Peter had a lot on the agenda today, so we couldn't take any calls. And I know P. Trippa came into the restream, but I asked him a question. He didn't answer it in the private chat. So we weren't really going to interrupt Prophet, because Prophet, when he has an agenda, he can't be delayed because we only have an hour here. And I went a little longer.
Thank you.
I've been coughing 800 times. I tried to press the button every time, but I didn't always succeed fast enough. Sometimes this is such a fast trigger in my throat. It's really crazy.
What was that? Orb, orb.net.
orb.net.
Okay.
Thank
got
you,
it.
Dirk Zink. Great podcast. I think Peter always brings it. He is very interesting. And he's trying to
Thank you,
mix it
guys.
up, which I appreciate.
Yeah, I gave a
And he is a
selection of.
fakeologist.
Yeah, right. I didn't know that until I saw your website.
Hmm.
I was doing it without having that word at least and knowing you.
Well, there you go. A little synergy. It never hurts. We're really talking about similar things. And thank you, Dirk. I'll try and get better. The more I talk, I think the worse I get. So but I just wanted to come back tonight, and I know Peter's chomping at the bit. So we'll try and do it again tomorrow with Mark because I delayed him for 2 weeks. He has peaceofmindful.com. He's a bit of a fakeologist himself. He was on the show before. And I just wanted to not stay away for a third week. I would have really wiped out all the viewership, but we got the viewership up tonight.
Yeah, nice to see
Thanks
people back.
to YouTube's notifications. And Fakeotube has notifications too via email. So we have 8 people on Fakeotube. We have 46 on YouTube. YouTube's pretty good at giving notifications, I guess. And on X, we have a few. I have to look that up separately. Yeah, if you go to orb.net, then that should work for you. And it'll tell you what kind of connection you got. You can check that out. But good one, Pete. Thanks a lot. And
Thank
Dirk
you.
is a fellow Canadian. He's here. Wow, I like fellow Canadians. Thank you, Suzette Ann. Thanks everyone in the chat. Good job. And I have 4 weekend Discords to put up. I'm way behind because I haven't been into that either. So we'll get that going. Well, hopefully tomorrow because now I'm too tired. And yeah, that's about it.
Good. I hope you regain full health soon.
Yeah, I'm trying. I guess it just takes longer as you get older, Pete.
I said all of April was a process for me, a detox.
Yeah. All right, I'll play the rest of Short People. And the annoying thing about Spotify, I hate Spotify now. I'm going to try and get off Spotify because I do pay for Spotify. But they take, anytime I play music, they take my podcast off their Spotify service. Now, they don't pay me for my podcast. They make money off my podcast. But they send me rude emails saying, we're taking your podcast off our service because you played music, which ironically was played through their app. Not that they know that.
Right.
And they also jacked up their prices 10% this week. So probably going to get rid of Spotify and serve my own music as these streaming companies get greedier and richer. I'm not going to support them anymore, but we'll play this anyway. I don't think YouTube likes it when I play music, so I'll just play a little bit. Play for Spotify, and we'll play the rest of Short People. You're going to do something on Short People, you said?
I will tomorrow. It's all ready to go.
And that'll be on your channel?
Yes. Yeah, I'll post it before the evening.
All right. Well, there you go. I put a link to Peter's channel in the show notes, so check it out. And we'll try and see you tomorrow if I have a voice. So take care, Pete. Thanks for showing up.
Thank you. Thanks everyone for coming.
All right. Good night, everyone.
And tiny little teeth, they wear platform shoes on their nasty little feet. Well, I don't want no short people. Don't want no short people. Don't want no short people around here. Short people are just the same as you and I. But fools such as I, all men are brothers until the day they die. It's a wonderful world short people got. nobody. Short people got nobody. Short people got nobody to love. You got no baby legs, they stand so low. You got to pick 'em up just to say hello. They got little cars that go beep, beep, beep. They got little voices going beep, beep, beep. They got grubby little fingers and dirty little minds. They're gonna get you every time. Well, I don't want no short people. Don't want no short people.